بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. So, uh, right. So it feels like my last class was a really, really long time ago with you guys. Subhanallah. So much has happened, huh? In a week. Pretty much the world has already changed a week ago, but it feels like it's changed beyond recognition. And such is the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Such is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's power when He wants to demonstrate it. And such is our helplessness as human beings, despite all of our advancements and all of our technology and all of our science, despite all of it, such is our helplessness and our weakness and our complete dependence upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chooses for that to become manifest, for our weakness to become manifest and to become proven. So I want to have some discussion on the current circumstances from a Iman and spiritual perspective, inshallah ta'ala, given that that's the nature of this class. I'd like to pause for a moment, for just one session. I'd like to pause the study of the text and just acknowledge that we're in a serious crisis, a very, very serious situation. If I connect it to the text, then I guess I could connect it to one of the last lines that we read, which was وَتَوَاضَعَ لِلْحَقِّ وَاخْضَعْ لَهُ وَأَدِمْ ذِكْرَ اللَّهِ تَنَلْ قُرْبَهُ. It's I think before last week we had discussed qadar. Strangely, that was very, very profound and poignant in this situation. And now, given that our weakness has become even more manifest and things are getting more and more out of control, it seems as though last week we discussed humility before the truth, or humility before the true one. But you can call it the truth now if you want to interpret the line in that way. And in which Imam Muhasibi said, and be humble before the true, or before the truth. Humble yourself before the truth and lower yourself to it and perpetuate the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you will attain the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that pretty much sums up our reality at the moment, that basically we have a reality, a truth before us right now. And that truth basically requires our humility, because that's basically what it's done. The whole of the world has been humbled before the reality that is present before us right now. And I think acknowledging that reality is a mixture of turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with acceptance of His decree, with trust in His decision, tawakkul in how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will decide the final outcome. Who will live, who will go, who will be sick, who will not be sick, who will be cured, who won't be cured, who will struggle with their family members being sick, who will lose loved ones. All of these things are decisions that are completely out of our hands. We have absolutely no control. There is so that is in the final outcome basically is outside of our control. The variables outside of our control, the way in which all of the different variables of everything that is in existence, everything that is in play is outside of our control. So on the one hand, there is that. There is Allah's decree, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's power. There is tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, humbling ourselves before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, recognizing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the master of the universe, the controller of all things, our creator, who now has shown us that among those many creations, a tiny little creation can completely humble mankind as a species, not just the odd person, but as a whole species. On the other hand, we are required also to yield to these realities. So what I just said is us submitting to these realities with our iman, with our worldview, with our outlook, with our with the way we think, with the way we understand, with the way with the perspective that we have towards what is happening. The second is yielding to these circumstances with our action, with what we do, with how we respond in terms of our action. And that means recognizing that if this is a storm, right? If this is a storm, a hurricane, typhoon or whatever, and we've been told that a hurricane is coming today or tomorrow, and it is so strong, it's unprecedented, it is really, really strong, and it will be destructive. And we're told that it's strong enough for us to have to, for perhaps windows to be smashed, roof tiles to be ripped off, loose things to be basically torn away. Then we probably wouldn't think twice at all. We'd definitely not think twice about yielding to that reality, i.e. responding to that reality, submitting to that reality, perhaps boarding up our windows, staying indoors, perhaps securing some of our items, some of our things that are loose, getting all of the clothes that are hanging in the garden indoors, ensuring that our children know about it and know about the dangers and that they don't step outside at that time, and so on, like taking care of the elderly, making sure that they also know they stay at home, etc., etc. We will take all of those precautions because we know that this circumstance is presenting itself before us, this great hurricane, this great storm. This situation is a storm. It's a different kind of storm. It is caused by an entity that is invisible to the naked eye, but an entity that certainly exists. And the impact of it is not unprecedented anymore. We can no longer say it is unprecedented, but rather it is precedented. It's happened in China, but Wuhan's been ravaged. Italy is being ravaged as we speak. The situation is completely out of control. Spain is being ravaged. The situation is completely out of control. So it's happened. So it's like that hurricane, right? The meteorologist or the weatherman man or weatherwoman has told us that the storm has already ravaged through France. It's coming this way. It's already ravaged through France. England is next, or it's come the other way. It's ravaged through Ireland, and England is next, and it's coming to London, and so on. Who will take preparations, right? To not yield to that reality is also a form of denial of the qadr of Allah. To not respond in preparation, ensuring that we protect our loved ones, ensuring that we protect our homes, ensuring that we protect ourselves, ensuring that we tie our camels, knowing that this particular camel in this particular instant is very, very volatile. It's basically we're dealing with something massive. So in this situation, it wouldn't be sufficient to basically say that, well, it's the qadr of Allah and we accept it, and whatever happens is going to happen. And these weathermen are talking nonsense, and I don't believe it, and I'm just going to carry on as I am. We wouldn't have done it for the storm. We wouldn't have done it for the storm. Why would we do it for this? Yeah? So that's just a little principal point.